they get ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw is Stafford. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Stafford. And this is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw again. Stafford. And that's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Time now to see what this defense can do. 2nd quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Jets have recovered. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now we get a time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a first down throw. Stafford escapes the sack. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Back to throw. Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as it... Opening drive, 3rd quarter, and we'll see how this defense comes out of the locker room. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
180!
And they'll go on the ground. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second half action, and this defense still pitching a shutout as we drop you back into the action. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he locates Luke Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On first down, it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again. Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get... All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on second down. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And New York set to take the field. And last time... All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys will take over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.